Okay, so I took pictures, but I just fear I've become a bit sticker obsessed. So this is my Kobo Libra color. That is my iPad Mini 6. That is my Kindle Color Soft. That is my cellular device. And that is my laptop. Yeah. Welcome back. I'm Gabs. This is the Inkbunnie, and we are 2 days away from the 1st of June. The last vlog ends last week, so I have a little bit of some stuff to catch up with you. I think the last thing we talked about in the last vlog was finishing Whispers of Dead Girls, getting a finished copy of Trouble Is My Business. Yeah, I think that was the last thing. So, since then, I have completed 4 more books. So, I think that the last time I talked to you was receiving the final copy of Trouble Is My Business. So, let's catch up because I've done a lot since then. So after I finished Whispers of Dead Girls, I finished Daybreak Volume 1, which was an arc given to me by NetGalley. It's written by Musa, and it is a graphic novel. It's a webtoon, like, being published. It's LGBTQ, super fucking adorable, and it features 2 black main characters, so awesome rep. It's just an adorable, like, slice of life, and what occurs when you, like, have a crush on somebody. It is super cute. I gave it 5 carrots. The next thing that I read was another graphic novel, also an art, and it's called Evilish by Kennedy Terrell. They both come out in July, so Daybreak is on the 1st, and Evilish is on the 22nd, my birthday. We have a non-binary character who wants to join the, like, evil society, but when they get there, they realize that it's, like, actually evil, and they have to decide, do they want to be that evil or not? I thought it was very cute. It is also LGBTQ, and I liked it a lot. I gave it 4 carrots. The next thing that I finished was Liar's Beach by Katie Cotugno. I gave it 3 carrots. The thing about the Liar's Beach series is that it does not follow the detective Holiday. It follows the boy, Michael Linden, and he is the whiniest, bitchiest little boy I've ever listened to. Like, I don't actively try to make sure that my characters are not men, but literally listening to him whine and complain and moan about all the things that are unfair to him without actually trying to fix any of it was so fucking grating. For 288 pages, we listened to this boy whine and bitch and moan. And then when everything is in his favor, everything could have been fucking smooth sailing, he sticks his whole leg in his mouth and then is upset at the result. Like, leave the detecting to the detectives, and Holiday needs to be the main character of this series. Linden is annoying. Like, literally, this is what I wrote in my book journal. I could see this being 5 carrots if Holiday was the lead. Linden is whiny and unwilling to do anything to change his station. During a vacation with his rich best friend, a body everyone seems to hate ends up in the pool. Trusting an old childhood friend, Holiday, to tell him his thoughts about foul play is ludicrous, they band together to solve what happened. The mystery was decent, but I didn't like any of the characters. Also, you're just kind of dropped into the story, and I had to check several times to make sure I didn't miss anything, which also brought down the score. Like, the story was so in-depth, like, it started that way. Chapter 1, and I was like, oh shit, is this like book 2? Like, who the fuck is Greer? Like, all of these characters are already being communicated with, introduced. He's having flashback. How do you have flashbacks in chapter 1 if there was nothing before it? Like, I am not a fan of that kind of writing. I like where she was going, and I like what she did, but it was just kind of unnerving to just be dropped into the plot. And like several times I was like, okay, this is the first book in the series, this is the first book in the series. And I'm currently reading book 2 right now, Hemlock House, and the book continues the same way. Also, it did a time jump, and I'm like 4 or 5 chapters in, I think, and there's still no holiday. Like, ma'am, know your audience. Nobody fucking wants to know about Lyndon. Literally nobody. I do not care. Skip over him, plop holiday into the story, and let's get this moving, because I literally could care less. The next book that I read was The Bad Guys by Aaron Blabey. I saw the movie. I absolutely loved the movie, and I was obsessed with the movie. Like, I literally saw it like 2 or 3 times in theaters. And I was like, oh my god, it's based off that book series that I saw as a kid, but never got a chance to read. I want to read it. So I finally read the first one. It's amazing. I gave it 5 carrots. It's so freaking cute. It's so freaking cute. I'm currently in book 2, like 3 or 4 chapters in. Y'all, it is so fucking adorable. I cannot deal with the cuteness. I can't. You're following this group of characters that get a bad rap. Stereotypically, they are like bad characters. A wolf, a shark, a piranha, a snake. And Wolf is tired and wants to change his station. He's decided that they're going to be good guys. So they go out and they attempt to do like good things, like releasing locked up people and helping cats out of trees and stuff like that. And of course, things go awry, and it's completely illustrated. It's so cute. Oh my god, go read it immediately. I gave it 5 carrots. I loved it. After that, I read Heartstopper #1 by Alice Oseman. This has been on my TBR for a while. It's kind of like an LGBT cult classic. I don't think it's old enough for that, but it's definitely one of those books that like people ask you if you've read. And I hadn't read it, so I read it today. It was cute. It was not as cute as I thought it was gonna be. It was actually kind of heavy. I gave it 3.5 carrots, and I did download the second one from the library, so I will see about reading that sometime soon. But essentially, it's about a boy named Charlie who comes out as gay and was bullied, and things have finally kind of calmed down, and he gets this new track at school, and he winds up sitting with I don't know if he's a junior or a senior, because they talk about like grade 10 and grade 11, but Charlie is only 14, and over here in the US, grade 11, that's a junior. That's the year before you graduate. You know what I mean? Like, the math doesn't math. And then the other character is Nick. He's a rugby player, and they hit it off, and they learn about each other, and Nick's trying to figure out if he's gay or not, and it's just a cute little like coming of age, dealing with your crush kind of vibe. It was cute. And then the last book that I want to tell you about, I finished today. Y'all, when I tell you this book was everything, it was everything. It was everything. So the book is called Spider-Man Animals Assemble. It's so freaking cute. So you have Petey, and he just wants to be a hero, right? He wants to do good. And he is hanging out with his pigeon friend, Mark. And all of a sudden, he is visited by Iron Man, who is on his way to Central Park because there's a threat, right? And he wants to drop off Jarvis, the goldfish, and have him take care of it. So he's like, yeah, I can do that. One pet, no problem. Then he runs into another one. You got Fury and his gerbil Patches. You've got Hawkeye and her dog Lucky. You've got Black Panther's Panther. You've got Thor's Frog. I'm trying to remember if the panther had a name. It was so much fun. So essentially he gets bogged down trying to take care of all these animals, and is like, oh, you know, I can do so much more than just be a pet babysitter. And of course he gets his chance because, you know, it's Spider-Man's story. It's so cute. It's a fun time. I had an absolute blast. I gave it 5 carrots. And then when I went to go rate it on Goodreads, tell me why I find out it is a part of a 3 graphic novel series. Shut up. I downloaded them immediately. Immediately. And of course, I'm running out of space because my library is like, oh, you know, checked out too many books, and I couldn't get rid of them until I talked to you about them. So here I am, so I can clear those out, so I can download the new ones, because why are they so cute? I cannot deal with how cute they are. Oh my god. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to tell ya, but I think that might be it for now. Finishing Animals Assemble, which I believe was my last book. Yeah, brings us to 64 books for the year. I was kind of like, oh, I'm a little bit behind, but like, the goal for the year is 80. We're almost 65 books into the goal, and it's not even June yet. I really have to start giving myself some slack and grace. I think that's it. I'll see you next time. Sleuth out. Hey. Sorry. Hair's a mess. It was one of those very physical days. I cleaned out and completely reorganized my studio because I think I'm going to move studios. I'm so excited. The new one is like 3 to 4 times bigger, with a bigger closet, and I'm very, very, very excited about it. So I've been thinking about it pretty heavy, and they want June to move out, so we'll revisit at the end of June, but I think that's what we're gonna do, and I was so excited about it. So I did that early in the morning. I was very tired when I came home, and I have just kind of been vegging out. I got a lot of reading done, and I played Persona 5. For the first time. I started it but never like got into it, and now I'm like into it. I'm like 3 or 4 days in. Why did he go to prison? Why does he have a criminal record? He saved that woman. Like, that's crazy. And the fact that the guy taking care of him is like, oh, that's what you get for messing in grown folks' business. Like, what? That's insane. Like, he did a good thing. It's crazy that he has, like, a permanent criminal record now. That's fucking wild. So I've been playing Persona a little bit, and then mostly been reading. So let's catch up on that. I have now put away 73 books for the year. I am 7 books away from my year goal, which is awesome because for the longest I was like, oh, I'm kind of behind. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna make. I'm making it. I only have 7 books left. So now, like, I kind of want to have a little fun. I kind of want to, like, today's the 1st, by the way. It's like 1 a.m. I kind of want to, like, take a book out of the jar and be like, okay, whatever arcs I have for the month, whatever, you know, whatever. But I want to read a book from my physical TBR. Like, now that I'm closer to my goal, I kind of just want to vibe a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, I talked about Spider-Man Animals Assemble, Heartstopper 1, and Bad Guys 1. So, we'll move on from that. The next book that I read was I'm a Double Octopus by Anne Lambelet. It came out this year. It's a graphic novel, and it's all about cephalopods. So it's a graphic guide to cephalopods, and you're taken on this educational journey by a double octopus. And it's so fucking cute and so educational. Like, the things, like, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, you're 30, whatever, you're reading kids' books. But, like, the education, like, the things that I learn from children's books and the empathy that I gain from reading them far outweighs the fact that they're for children. And people that think like that, I feel like they're kind of the reason we are where we are, because without any sort of, like, sense of whimsy all you get is utilitarianism. And when you put that into the context of racism, sexism, homophobia, you're not seeing the outside. You're just seeing this little piece. And so many people are getting left behind by that way of thinking. Honestly, like, in my personal opinion. So, fuck off. So, Dumbo Octopus, super fucking cute, super adorable. You're learning all kinds of things about cephalopods by this Dumbo Octopus who feels kind of less than special. And then you also learn about Dumbo Octopi. So, that was neat. I gave that 5 carrots. It was very educational. For 72 pages, I learned a lot. The next one I read was How to Catch an Invisible Bad Guy, which apparently is part of a series called How to Catch by Alice Walstead. Had no clue. This is the only one I've read. Apparently I messed up because all of the reviews say that this one is not great, and it wasn't. I only gave it like 2.5 carrots. It's super short, and because I didn't know it was part of a series, I think we were just kind of dropped in from the last book, and I didn't know, so it just felt really short and, like, detached, like, not really pulled together. But essentially, you got these kids, and they're chasing this bad guy who speaks through rhyme, and gets pulled into this, like, amusement park, realizes that there's this, like, super magical catching element, and doesn't want to be caught, so he kidnaps it, and the kids chase after him. It was okay. The next one I read is called Are You a Hungry Monster? By Guilherme Karsten. I gave it 4 carrots. This is a picture book. I did not know it was a picture book. I thought it was going to be a graphic novel. But essentially, it's very cute. You're following an adorable monster, and this monster has a cookbook with, like, recipes for the perfect monster sandwich. But of course, things go awry. The next one that I read is a children's book. It's called We Are Lion Dancers by Benson Schum. It was super cute, super adorable, and it gave you the history of lion dancing, like where it comes from, what it stems from, how to do it, why they do it, stuff like that. It was very, very neat. It was really cool to learn about the history and learn about the differences. So there's like lion dancers, and then there's other different kinds of dancers and different types of dances for different types of things. And it's kind of like a good luck charm and to like ward off bad energy. It was really cool. I gave it 4 carrots. And then I read Spider-Man 2 Quantum Quest. I gave this 5 carrots. It was hilarious. It's only 96 pages, but I was literally laughing the entire time. It was funnier than the first one. I'm so excited to read the third one. If it lives up, I'm gonna have to own it. It's gonna have to be a series on my walls like Bug Boys. Like, the cuteness, the happiness, the humor, like, there were so many parts where I was like, did you write this for me? Did you write this for me? It's so freaking cute. I'm gonna insert some pictures here. Love it. So in this one, Peter and Mark meet the Fantastic Four as more and more heroes begin to disappear from New York. And Spider-Man and Mark, the Pigeon, go on a quest to find them. Find the missing heroes, find the missing dolphin medallion, and the stolen city of Atlantis. They introduce Namor. He has, like, bad boy energy. He has, like, tattoos. Please. In the background, you can see his little fairy wings. It's got, like, little fairy wings on his feet. I can't. It was so fucking funny. It's so cute. And a whole bunch of other heroes pop up, too. It's so fun. I cannot wait for 3. I can't wait for 3. It's so good. I gave it 5 carrots, of course. The next book that I read was another kid's book. It's called We're Moving House. I really liked the animation style on the cover, which is why I picked it up. But it's basically just a super cute kid's book about moving. Like, how kids think that the house will be moved from spot to spot. The different, like, I don't know, what's the different types of ways that you can move. Stuff like that. It was really cute. I gave it like 3 carrots. The next thing I read is Bad Guys 2. And fresh off of the success of freeing the dogs, they have now set their sights on freeing chickens from this farm. That's 10,000 chickens that they plan on freeing. They've added Legs, a hacker who's a spider, to their team, and they get a new foe. Okay, so I read 3, which is The Furball Strikes Back. And it turns out that the chicken farm was owned by a fluffy hamster named Marmalade, and now he wants revenge. So he's bent on revenge and a power grab, and they have to defeat him. And then Legs is also positive that they saw a ninja. It was a lot of fun. I gave it 5 carrots. I am really liking that series. And I'm talking to you now at 1:40 a.m. so that I can clear all of the other ones out of my Libby hold box so I can get the rest because I'm too close to my Libby limit for the library that I was getting them from in order for me to just keep ordering them. So I'm like, okay, let me tell you about them. Let me take my pictures. Let me write my reviews so I can send these bitches back. And I can continue the series. The fun that I'm having with the Spider-Man and the bad guys was the fun that I was expecting to have with the Geronimo Stilton series. I picked like the first 10 books up, and I'm reading the first one now. I'm like 9 pages in, but it's got like onomatopoeias like displayed over the writing, and to be honest, it's a little bit distracting. I'm not like really vibing it. So we'll see. Hopefully, it turns around. I'm only like 9 pages in, so, it can't be that bad. But yeah. And then, the last book that I read, book 73, is Ducky the Spy by Sean E. Avery. I gave it 2.5 carrots. I didn't like it. I didn't like the art. It's very clearly written for boys. It has a lot of, like, flatulence humor, and even as a child, I didn't find that funny, and I definitely don't find it funny now. But essentially, you have this idiot duck who's a spy for this farm, and the farm is owned by a guy named Mr. Pig. He is a pig. And he is essentially hiring Ducky and his partner, Aaron the Distraction, which is a donkey that doesn't talk and just farts when it's afraid. Like, I never got fart humor. Like, it's never been something that appealed to me in any capacity, so it's just really annoying that that's, like, hammered in, So essentially they get hired by Mr. Pig to figure out who is stealing from his trough, and then they quickly solve that, and then they get a real mission, and they have to save his son, Mr. Pig's son, who is a goat named Richard. Yeah, it's a lot. It was okay. I gave it 2.5 carrots. It was alright. Nothing to cry home about. It is the only one, which is good, because I did not want to have to read any more of it, and I wasn't going to come back to the series. But it's not a series. There's only one of them. So now I'm one and done. And I'm out. That's 73 books down for the year. I'm so fucking hype. I am going to clear all my books out now so that I can go get the rest of the Bad Guy series and the last of the Spider-Man series. It's so good. I'm so sad there's only 3 of them. I'm going to have to own them. Like, unless 3 makes this, like, catastrophic left turn, I'm going to have to own them. They're just so perfect. Let's talk about current reads. I am still reading My Father Always Finds Corpses. I planned on finishing before the end of May, but then I just didn't. I'm 44% in. I may still finish it, but honestly probably not. I'm probably going to shelve it and start the arcs for June. So yeah. I'll see you next time. Bye! Just hopping in really quick because I'm annoyed. I went to the library to get book 3, and I get my books through the library through Kindle, so sometimes I have to return them through Amazon. And on Amazon, it says that the Mighty Marvel Team Up, the Spider-Man series, is a set of 5, not 3. So I was like, okay, there's more. Wonderful. Books 4 and 5 are Iron Man. Doesn't Iron Man get enough? I'm so tired of Tony Stark. Like, you could have done Squirrel Girl. You could have done Moon Knight. You couldn't have done Deadpool. You couldn't have done the Fantastic Four. You couldn't have done anybody else. Anybody else. You couldn't have done Wasp. West Coast Avenger. Like, nothing. So annoying. I'm still gonna read it because it's got the same writers. Ooh. Oh, it has a different writer. Ooh. Alright. I'm gonna dip my toe in it. Because they're probably gonna do 3 shots of every hero. But if I don't like it, it doesn't even have the same author. Like, it might not even have the same, like, vibe. Oh, there's a box set! See? They know. Oh my god. This box set is fucking adorable. Yeah. Let me add that to cart. Yeah, I'm gonna add that to the cart. Dang, that's so annoying. Like, why does it have to be Iron Man? It literally could have been anybody else. I gripe to you now, but I'm probably going to attempt it. Because I really like the vibe of the series, even if I don't like Iron Man. So we'll see. It kind of sucks because it's not even the same author. So it might not even have the same vibe. Marvel is always fucking something up. Like, you should have just left it at Spider-Man. You should have just left it at Spider-Man. Alright, I'm done harping. See you next. Yeah, I'm hopping back in because one of 2 orders that I placed with the bookish box has arrived. I already unboxed them. I already took my picture, so I'm just going to show you guys what I got. I got 2 books. I got The Initial Insult by Mindy McGinnis, which I have as a paperback. And the paperback is signed, but as you can see, it is not pretty. So, they had a hardcover version, and I was like, oh my god, I must have it. Like, look at it. It's so fucking pretty. So I had to get it. And then I got Blood Debts, which I already had in, it's like regular form. But they are collaborating with this author, Benton Walker, for Blood Justice. And I was like, oh, you have... My battery died. So, like I was saying, they are collaborating with the author, Terry Benton Walker, for the sequel, Blood Justice. They did make a pretty cover for Blood Debts. And since I had already ordered Blood Justice, I was like, absolutely, I'm going to order the new one. So, this is what Blood Debts look like. Look at that. Gold, the blue, the frickin' skulls on the spine. Like, y'all, it's so fucking pretty. It has illustrations of the siblings and a signed bookplate. And the second one is also going to be signed. So I was like, absolutely, I will get one. And then that's like the cover. And then that's what the inside cover looks like. And then, like, that's the actual hardcover. Oh my god, you guys, it's so fucking pretty. And like, look at the twins. I'm so excited. So I have these. Blood Justice is on its way. And then once it arrives, I'm gonna do a twofer. I can't wait. I can't wait. So yeah, I wanted to tell you about those that I got. I'm currently reading Death at the Luau by Mimi Gunn. So it's like a smutty, cozy mystery. And y'all, it's good. I'm literally only 4 or 5 chapters in. 4 chapters in. And there's already been a spicy scene. And the spice is spicing. I'm here for it. I'm 6% in. We have a law librarian, and she is getting ready to go to her best friend's wedding in Hawaii. And nothing can go wrong with this wedding. She is an Indian American girl. Her mom is making a big deal about her, like, trouncing tradition. So she has to have this go off without a hook. So that's where we are. We're 4 chapters in. We've met the other characters. I like them so far. I just couldn't get over the smut. Like, because it's got such a cozy feel, I was not expecting to be pulling out my smut highlighter. But I'm fucking here for it. I am loving this so far. And then I'm also reading A Puzzling Murder. I think something went, yeah. I'm also reading A Puzzling Murder. I'm like 8% into this, but I have to keep like flipping back and forth because it's one of those like solve as you go ones. And I think this came out today. It's either today or tomorrow, and I know I'm not going to finish it in time. I'm going to keep reading it, but it's not like a necessity. The other books that are a necessity for this month are Smile for the Cameras, That Kind of Girl, Arcana Lost Heirs, and Chase Harlem. So I'm already reading Smile for the Cameras and Death at the Luau. I think I might start That Kind of Girl or Chase Harlem, since that's the one that's like next to be released. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been reading. So yeah, and I started streaming on Twitch again. So I think I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights after 11 for about an hour, 2 hours. So make sure you come by and say hi, and I'll put the links in the description, and I'll see you next time. Roll the next clip. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this flat lay that I did for all of the new Nancy Drew case files that I purchased from Half Price Books. I thought it looked really good. It shows you the new editions. It's got like Nancy quotes in the back. They're sitting on magnifying glasses. I just think it's a really good photo. And it shows you everything that I got. So I've actually read this one and this one this year. In fact, I read it for Nancy Drew-a-thon. So when I saw them on the shelf, I had to get them. So yeah, Fatal Attraction, If Looks Could Kill, A Date with Deception, Poison Pen, and a model crime are the newest additions to my Nancy Drew collection, which has now reached 38 Nancy Drew novels. I don't know how many of those I've read. I'll have to go back and recount them, but we're at 38 Nancy Drew novels in my collection now. Bye! Hi! So, I look a little bit different. It's a little bit further along in the timeline. Welcome back. I feel good. I feel happier. I think there's just something about a girl with dyed hair, you know, like it's bright, it's colorful, it's me. I feel very much myself now. We got real personal real fast. Alright, let's talk books. That's what I'm here to talk to you about. So I picked up a book for a friend at Half Price. And the Half Price that I went to, it has to be the nicest Half Price in the city. It just has to be. It's so fucking beautiful. And they have so much more things. Like, it's gigantic. And they have, like, special editions and signed copies and stuff like that. So, I saw 6 Nancy Drew novels. So, I picked up the Owl Crate edition of Threads That Bind by Kika Hatsupulo. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. It is so pretty, y'all. Like, And then it has this like clear cover, so that's what the book looks like. Like, please, please, it's so pretty. And then like these are the inside illustrations, and then it has a letter and a signature. I'm so excited. And then this is what the back says. And it was only $25. And I didn't have to wait for it to ship. And it's in bomb condition. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out on that half-price books and make sure I'm not missing any other special editions that come by. So this is the special edition. And then this is what like the original looks like. And there's nothing wrong with this. Like, this cover got me to pick up the book in the first place. But there's just something about having pretty books on your shelf. There's just something about it. I tell you what. There's just something about it. So, those are the books that I picked up. Let's get into what I'm currently reading and what I finished reading. I DNF'd hard DNF'd Death at the Luau. I was 38% in. I was extremely bored. After the like novelty of a smutty cozy mystery fell off, it fell off. Like, I didn't care about the characters. I didn't care about the death. I didn't care about the fake outs. Like, 38% in and I'm still bored. No, not for me. I just DNF'd it. I wasn't feeling it. I think I'm done with arcs for the year. I'm not going to request anymore. I don't want to be beholden to a schedule anymore. I just want to read what I want to read. I do still have arcs for July, August, September, and October. But I think what I'm going to do is choose the ones that I want to read the most and prioritize those, and then read whatever else. And if I get done with those, then I'll read whatever else I have available. But it's getting to the point to where I kind of like pigeonholed myself, and I'm not reading what I want to read. I'm reading what I feel I'm supposed to read, and that will never do. So we DNF'd Death at the Luau. I finished a short story called, because we are at 78 books for the year. 2 books away from hitting our goal. A Hidden Kindness. Okay, so the book is called A Hidden Kindness. It's a short story by Ashley Gray. I think I gave it like 2.5. It was only 20 pages, but it was just so wordy. It was so dense. It was the most dense 20 pages I've ever read in my life. And then when the thing happened, you were like, oh shit. And then it was over. Like, you gave me all of those extra words. You kind of made me sort of concerned. And then that was the end. I was like, what is this? I think personally, I don't think that I'm a short story girly. I like a short novel, but I think a short story is too short. Because I didn't like Graveyard Shift, that novella. I didn't like it because it felt like there was too much and then there was too little. There wasn't a good like mix, a good ebb and flow. So I think personally for me, I think I've discovered that this year I am not a novella girl. I think I've read 3 to 4 novellas and only one of them I enjoyed. So I think I need to slow down on the novellas. I think that's it. We are at 78 out of 80 books. The goal for this year is 80 novels. So I feel very good about where I am reading wise. I am currently working on a few books. Currently working on The Dead Cattail Assassins by P. DeJelly Clark. I am 2 chapters in with my Meg's Library Hot Girls Love Smut bookmark. I am interested. I don't really know what's going on. Essentially, you have like these assassins, and these assassins are dead, and they are sent out to like kill people, and they have like a contract. And essentially, this assassin, Aveen, has been specifically requested. And because they're dead, like they don't have memories. And she specifically does not have any memories. So we just hit the end of chapter 1 and she's on her mission. When she gets to where they're going, she actually recognizes the ship. So it's kind of odd because she doesn't do that. I like the humor in it. I'm very excited to hop into it more. And then I'm currently reading on the Kindle. I am currently working my way through Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. I'm 26% into this book, and I started it, I want to say Friday. I started it Friday. Zooming. I'm zooming. Thoroughly enjoying it. And I'm getting a little bit of a, like, why choose romance feelings? And it's probably just me, because this is YA. They're probably not going to do that. But the two boys, Jameson and Grayson, and y'all know I got a thing for Dick. Like, please, did you write this for me? The puzzles, the, like, bad girl vibe, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Like, I have the entire Natural series by Barnes, and now I'm reading Inheritance Games, and I'm thinking this is also going to be a favorite, and I'm gonna have to get the series. So many books, so little time. But essentially, the Inheritance Games is about a girl named Avery. She is an orphan. She lives with her half-sister, or stepsister, half-sister, stepsister, something to that effect. And they're making ends meet, but they're definitely not rich. She gets invited to a will reading where she has to attend. So she's not invited. She's, like, summoned, subpoenaed. She goes to this rich guy's house. He's passed away. He is a billionaire. He has lots of money, okay? Like, rich. And everyone is spread out listening to this will. And the boys, the actual, like, blood heirs, get, like, $1 million between, like, the 4 of them. But she, who nobody knows and has never met, and she herself has never met him, leaves her everything else. Like, $1 billion, multiple businesses, multiple homes, jets, cars, what have you. And, like, don't take me to be, like, this, like, lecherous person. Like, she's like, oh, she just looks for the sex. But, like, I have a couple of quotes, and, like, the quotes, y'all. Hold on. I got to pull the quotes up for you, because there's one that I read Friday, I think, and I was like, ooh, stop. Okay. So, she's told Jameson to get out of her room, right? Because the house is full of, like, secret passageways, and a secret passageway, he ended up in her room. And they're talking, and she's like, no, I'm not here for this. Like, you just need to get out. And his parting words are, he left you the fortune, Avery, and all he left us is you. Stop. I'm so here for it. So that's currently what I'm reading right now. Yeah, we're about halfway through June. Today's the 16th. And I will probably be back once I finish some more novels. Oh. So yeah, that's all that I'm reading. And then in a little bit, in an hour, I have to go get ready because Sarah and I are gonna go see The Materialists. I'm so excited to see Chris Evans on screen again. He's so pretty. And of course, she's a Pedro Pascal girl, so she's all about it. I'm so excited. It's just gonna be fun to have silly, like, responsibility girl time. It's just nice to be. I'm so excited to go spend time with my friend. Alrighty, I think that's everything. I'll see you again soon, probably. But, peace out.